Happy New Year. Thanks. Happy New Year, guys.
Okay, wine guy, take it away.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. It's a Wednesday in early 2007, and I'm very honored and pleased to be doing this show for you. Leading up to the big Jets game this weekend, playoff beard still intact. What do I want to talk about? I think I'm going to answer a couple questions. You know, it's unbelievable the love and support that I'm getting. I just want to thank everybody. I'm getting close to 400 personal emails besides the comments, and it's overwhelming to me. And I'm going to answer a couple things that I get asked probably 40, 50 times a day. Number one, screw tops. I know a lot of people miss every episode, but I believe in them. The aging of screw tops is going to be a great debate, and I've already put 10, 15 wines away that have been in high quality wines to put away, and hopefully 6, 7 years from now, if I'm still around doing the show, we'll pop them, we'll see what screw tops do. Obviously, it's an answer that a lot of people can't answer. Number two, blind tastings. A lot of people saying they want to learn more about wine, they want to get into wine, they're just learning about wine. Here's what you need to do. Number one, join a community. Maybe the forums at Wine Library TV. And find friends in your area that are interested. People that you would meet online through the forums. Start tasting groups, what we call offline events. Not in the forums, but in real life, you know, the real world. Get together with 5, 10, 15, 20, 100, 5,000 people. Everybody bring a wine. You can do a theme or not. No themes are really great because then you're really lost. It's double blind. Brown paper bag, 7, 8 people get together, you all pour, you taste, you judge, you try to figure out, you write your notes, and you then unveil. A lot of fun, you're meeting new people, and most importantly, you're training your palate to not go in with any preconceived notions. And preconceived notions are probably the worst thing in the wine world. You preconceive a wine is good and then it's not, but you trick yourself it is because Parker or Spectator or I said so. You don't think screw tops are classy. You think all Shirazes are over the top fruit bombs. You think all French Bordeaux are great. You think all California cabs are wonderful. You think Insignia is amazing. You think Opus is amazing. Lots of things. You think Kendall Jackson's horrible. You think Yellowtail's horrible. Preconceived notions are horrible. Let's make some t-shirts. Preconceived notions. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do that for the next Maniac t-shirt. Anyway, today I am doing 4 exquisite wines from a world-class legendary winery called Ridge. Now, how did I come up with today's concept? Very simply. If you haven't joined the Wine Library TV forums yet, you're missing out. Last night, in the mood, I posted, what should I do tomorrow? Show me the 4 wines you want me to do, and I'm going to pick one of you. And that's what I did. I basically picked one of the ideas, and this one was a very good idea. Good job, Paul. And 4 wines from Ridge, and I think I'm really excited about it. This is a winery of legendary status. Ridge has been making wines from California since 1962, but the big year, the year that changed the game, was 1969. Now, I know, the Mets won the World Series, the Knicks won the NBA championship, and a very huge underdog wearing green came and overcame a 19-point underdog and won the Super Bowl. Not sure who it was, but it's a wonderful football team that I'll give full credit to saving the NFL. It was the NFL, the AFL. Who knows if today's NFL would be what it is without Joe Willie and the New York Jets. And don't forget about Don Maynard and George Sauer and Emerson Boozer and all those guys. Anyway, big year also for Ridge. Ridge had a wonderful gentleman join the team, Paul Draper, who is now the winemaker and CEO of Ridge. He has been at the helm for over 35 years and has transformed this into one of the class act, quality, not overpriced California wineries in the world. I have an enormous amount of respect, obnoxious amount of respect for Paul Draper's work, and some of the great wines I've ever had from California have been from this wonderful winery. So I'm extremely ecstatic about doing this. There are 4 Zinfandel-based wines, really, which Ridge is very well known for, and I don't think we should do anything else but get right into tasting. Let's taste some wine, because that's what we do. We're going to start with the 2004 Ridge Deucey Ranch Zinfandel. 100% Zinfandel from Paso Robles, 14.7% alcohol. And this wine scored 91 points from Steven Tanzer. We've got the big playoff glass in the house. And I'm excited about this. These wines have been opened for about 2 hours, which is nice time for Zins. And let's see what's going on. $23, 91 points Tanzer. Again, Tanzer, very tough critic. So this is a very nice score for this wine. I'm excited about trying this. It's got some really, really decent color. I hope you can see that. And let's give it a smell. Actually getting a very big nose of raisinets. Getting a lot of that raisinets, kind of that raisiny chocolate. Raisinets right on the head. A little bit of black cherry and licorice as well in the nose. Not the best nose I've ever had, but definitely very, very solid. Good firm tannins. Alcohol coming through a little bit of heat on the finish. Again, 2004, it's a very young wine. Most of the wines we taste, almost all of the wines we taste on Wine Library TV are in essence way too young, but we're just evaluating them as they are today. 2004 Zin, coming through a little bit with too much heat for me. Very nice fruit, very nice body. Some candied raspberry. I'm getting black licorice. And even a little bit of hint of clove. Not the one that numbs your mouth all the way, but just little subtle flavors, which is nice. This is a well-made, structured Zinfandel. I like it. It goes really well with food. I don't think this is the explosive, over-the-top Zinfandels that were really in fashion for a while. And that's good because those sometimes got a little bit too overbearing. This is structured. The heat is bothering me a little bit. Too much alcohol, a little off balance there. I'm going to score this wine 88 points. I think it's a solid bottle of wine. Nothing wrong with it. Very solid Zinfandel. I'm a big Zin fan, so I drink a lot of Zins. I just think that it's the heat got away from it a little bit, and it's not as thought-provoking and as exciting as maybe some of the other Zinfandels I've had in the past. So that's where I'm at, but nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Ridge, 2004, Ponzo Vineyards, 96 Zin, 3 Petit Syrah, 1 Carignan. They love to blend at Ridge. 14.9 alcohol, $22 US, 91 points. Robert Parker. Let's see, give this a little bit of a rinse. So I'm really, really excited. This is really fun. I think this is a great theme to do 4 wines from the same winery in one sitting. Get a real challenge and a real sense of what they're doing. This is mainly Russian River fruit on the Ponzo. A little bit of a better color, I think, than the Deucey Ranch. And let's give it a whirl. Much more focused nose. I'm getting a little bit of black pepper. I'm also getting some really good ripe fruit. A little bit of raspberry. A little bit of strawberry as well. A little more earthy tones on the nose on this one as well. Getting a little bit of grass and a little bit of dirt, little worm heads in the mix. Let's see what goes on here. Again, nice fruit. Getting a little bit of a mushroom truffles aspect on the mid palate, which I like. Again, the heat is shooting up on this one as well. I think it's a little bit off on the heat as well. Again, young wine, so that could be the case. Nice little dark black raspberry flavor coming through. Really obvious pepper, truffles, and raspberry flavors are the core of this wine. It's got a solid mid palate. Finishes really, really strong. This is a wine I think would integrate really well with a peppered roast, mashed potatoes. This is the kind of wine I just want to sit down and have a hearty meal with. I like this wine. I think it's got good structure, and it's a little bit more interesting for a Zinfandel. It's got the good candied fruit that a lot of people look for, but it's balanced with some old world flavors as well. Nice structure. The finish is not as long as I would like, but definitely a better version of the Deucey to me. I'm going to score this wine 89 plus. even on the cusp of 90 points. It's a real coin toss, you know. Let's flip the cork. Yep, we're going to give it 89 plus. But this is a nice wine. I think this has bigger potential to open up, let the heat come off. 5 to 7 years from now, I'd love to see what this guy's doing. Very nice effort. You know what? I'm being a little tough for no reason. Let's definitely give that a 90-point score on the SS Chris. All right, let's move on. 2003 Geyserville. 76% Zinfandel, 18% Carignan, 6% Petit Syrah from Sonoma County, 14.6, $25, no rating. This wine, the Geyserville wine, is one of the most famous wines made by Ridge and has been made at Ridge since 1966. You have to understand the pedigree of these wines. I mean, these are some of the finest, longest aging Zinfandel-based wines in all of California, and the pedigree's there, the consistency's there. You never get a bad bottle of wine from Ridge. Nothing that's awful for sure. And more importantly, they're still well priced. I mean, in a world where a lot of Zinfandels, after their third or fourth vintage, have decided to go to the $35 to $45 price range, these wines continue to stay in that $25 range. That is an enormous accomplishment for the consumer, and you should thank Ridge for that, because they do have the name, pedigree, and demand to go higher. And I really respect their business model, as you can imagine, for that. But the quality and effort put into these wines has also been something that I admire quite a bit. Let's give this a little bit of a smell. Very tight nose. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a candy bar aspect, a chocolate, milk chocolate, more covered cherry flavor. Not much. The nose is very tight. This is good wine. Wow, this is nice. This fills your palate dramatically. That quick blast of well-integrated fruit, but this is a heavy wine. I felt like chewing it. It really coats your entire palate. Comes with a lot of cherry, a little dried raisin as well. I also got hints of a little bit of green pepper. And what I really liked was that jam extract. There was a lot of that fruit. This is much more on the New World side. I really appreciate this wine. Very structured, great mid-palate. The transition from the overall fruits to the long finish was seamless, like a perfect symphony. I'm really impressed with this wine. It's got great structure, great mouthfeel. Really would integrate with food well, in my opinion, as well. Maybe I'm thinking of like skirt steak. I'm just really salivating for right now. Or one of those DB burgers, Daniel Boulet's burgers, with the foie gras in the middle. This would be a tremendous, you get a nice cheeseburger with foie gras in the middle. It's unbelievable. Anyway, this also makes me think of a compliment to that. This is an absolute lovely bottle of wine. I'm going to score this wine 91 points. I really like the structure. I love the mouthfeel. Yeah, I just love having the bottle. I just love having the glass of wine in my mouth. Fantastic. Great effort. Let's move on. 2004 Ridge Lytton Springs. One of the great wines for me for a long time. 79 Zin, 18 Petit Syrah, 3 Carignan from Dry Creek, 14.5, 95 points. Connoisseur's Guide to Wine, $26 US. They've been making this wine since 1972. Now, back to the 95 points. Connoisseur's Guide of Wine is a very small magazine, periodical, whatever you want to call it. And it's a really nice magazine. They do California wines. I've really been impressed with a lot of their scores. This is a huge score for them, 95 points. So I'm dying to see what's going on here. But if you've never seen Connoisseur's Guide, we'll provide a link, actually, to their website here. Let's do that, and I think you should check them out. They're actually a great resource, and they write tremendously well. They have very interesting tasting notes. Anyway, 95 points. Very nice color. Wow, the first thing that popped in my mind was tea, which is very unusual. Also a tight nose, Very similar to the Geyserville that way. Yeah, I'm not getting much through, and I'm not sure if it's the playoff mustache that's blocking the nose, but not getting as much on this either. It feels like there's a lot underneath this sealed box, and you want to get to it, but you don't know what's underneath there, but you just can't penetrate the lid top, and that's how I feel. It's just closed off to the world, and that makes me angry. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. Huge sour tannins, nice mouthfeel as well, much drier than the previous 3 Ridge wines. I'm getting an orange peel, which is quite nice. Also a hint of leather coming through in this wine as well, which is also pretty nice. A little bit too much oak in this wine for me, a little bit off balanced. I'm going to be backpedaling very hard here. I'm not in love with this bottle of wine. I'm going to score it 88 points. It's a nice bottle, but definitely not as good as the Geyserville for sure for me. And there's some flaws in it. I think it's a little bit off balance and not particularly the best wine. And so after giving the glowing review to Connoisseur's Guide, I find them completely out of their god darn mind at 95 points. I'm going to go more or less of 88, 87 points. I mean, this wine is standard, definitely a pass with 4 Z's, make that 8 Z's at $26. You can definitely do better with all 3 of the first efforts, and I gotta be honest with you, pretty darn disappointed. So, questions of the day, I guess, right? Looking forward to Friday's episode. I'm gonna try to do a lot of questions. It's gonna be the day before I leave up to Boston. Thank you all the people who've been emailing me. I will be stopping by many tailgates, and I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it doesn't get too combative. Question of the day is, what should it be? What is your favorite Zinfandel you've ever had? I think Zins are really interesting. They were really hot 5 or 6 years ago. They're not quite as hot as they used to be, but they're changing. They're putting out really good efforts. What's your favorite Zin? And for the people that were not part of the forum, we'll throw another question out, and anybody can participate in this. For tomorrow's show, what 4 wines should I do? Make sure you include the library codes so it can be easy for me. You, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world. I missed that one bad, aren't we?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Nico Sanchez. I am here from Texas minutes before the new year, and I just wanted to wish you, Gary, first, congrats on your Jets, and second, Happy New Year, and to everybody at Wine Library TV, Happy New Year. I have here the Castel Rush Brut Cava that Gary tasted for us, so just thought it would be fun to open this because I'm not really good at all at opening. Actually, never have successfully opened my own sparkling wine. It's always some sort of dilemma, but it's a new year, and we're just gonna try to open this and hopefully not break anything, and just a quick toast to everybody here at Wine Library TV. But let's see what happens. Hopefully not too much of a mess. I am kind of nervous, and also we'll see what happens. Maybe if I took good care, let's see what happens here. Whoa! That's right, gentlemen and ladies. This is for 2007. And a Happy New Year. Thanks. Happy New Year, guys.
Hey, Lars here again, and we're coming at you from a not-so-secret disclosed location. Coming from my house, don't you know? Yeah, you betcha. Okay, no more goofing around there. That wine guy, Mr. Vaynerchuk, he's hilarious, don't you know? I think he's been eating too much lutefisk there, because don't know what he's talking about. It's a darn shame that the Vikings and And the Jets couldn't play last weekend on the account that the weather was too darn good there. You know, the Metrodome's indoors and your football's supposed to be outdoors, and weather was too nice, so they called the game off. Yeah, you betcha. Okay. Well, anyway, it'll be a good day when the Jets and Vikings play, and we'll still kick the Jets' butt there. Okay. So, I just wanted to point out this nice shirt you got. It's got some purple in it. I like the purple. That's good, but it's got another color there, and I hate green. Okay. But purple's good. Yep. Anyway, we'll see you next year, hopefully, with my cousin Canute. We'll do another wine tasting for you. Until then, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Hanukkah, and any happy things that you may do with you and yours. Okay, wine guy, take it away.